So it turns out Errol Spence, well, he basically showed that he's not a big draw because, I mean, the dude only had 400,000 pay-per-view buys. That's not a lot of pay-per-view buys. That's not nothing. That's like 400,000 pay-per-view buys against Mikey Garcia, who's a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter. I don't really consider that a big win because pay-per-view 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Okay, let me use my calculator real quick. Calculator. So 400,000. And how much is each pay-per-view? Like, how much does each pay-per-view cost? Like what, $70 or $60? $60. So 24 million. The networks take half of that, $12 million, and then divide that by 2, so $6 million. So Errol Spence made about $6 million. More probably takes, I mean, the networks take half of the money, so $6 million. And you gotta pay taxes on that as well. So you gotta multiply that by 0.4, $2.7 million. That's how much Errol Spence made for this fight. So how are you guys even telling me that this fight is a big draw and a big? I mean, obviously you gotta take into account the live gate, which is 50,000 people, and each ticket probably costs like what, $20 to $30. 1.5 million. I mean, he's not a big draw, man. 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Floyd did 400,000 pay-per-view buys against Andre Berto. So, no, it's not a success. It's a flop. It's a flop, man. It's a flop. Because a guy of Mikey Garcia's stature, you should be selling off like 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Because I feel like if it's less than 500,000, it's a flop. Because it's not making enough money. A guy like Mikey Garcia is a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter in his own weight class. He's not just a nobody. You know, if Mikey Garcia was fighting someone called like Joe Blow down the street, he'd probably sell what, like 50,000 pay-per-view buys. So Mikey's a good fighter, man. Mikey's a big draw. Errol Spence only made 400,000 pay-per-view buys because he had a dance partner. He had a dance partner in Mikey Garcia. So yeah, Mikey's definitely somebody that, you know, would be somebody that's considered a decent draw. Now this article's talking about how it's such a big draw, how Spence is such a big draw, and how he's definitely a pay-per-view fighter, but I gotta disagree. Now they said never rule out the possibility of Floyd Mayweather conqueror of Pacquiao, who is 42 and retired, enticing Mayweather, who last fought out away from Las Vegas in 2005 back to the ring, may prove problematic, but that might be Spence's biggest available payday as well as a bonanza for Mayweather. Floyd wouldn't have come out of retirement to fight Spence because Spence is not a big enough draw. Even if Mayweather fought Spence, the fight wouldn't be that much. He wouldn't garner that much attention because Spence is a nobody. He's a nobody. Pacquiao is a much bigger draw than Spence. Yeah, but the difference is that Spence has a dance partner in Mikey Garcia, but Pacquiao, when he's fighting nobody, he is getting 400,000 pay-per-view buys. But Spence, when he's fighting a pay-per-view partner, dance partner, a person that's a star in his own right, he should be selling lots of pay-per-views, but he's not. He's selling 400,000 pay-per-views, which is just horrific, very bad. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Errol Spence is not a big draw. He's a flop. I'm out. Peace.